Hello everybody, and welcome back. We are playing some Alan Wake, and we have to go and chat with the crew, see what we gotta do next. So, let's
Scratch is
see
Wake's
what we gotta
double.
do.
He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window. How could we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. Had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it. Wake's. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Scratch was pretending to be Wake. Manipulating me. What does he want from me? No. I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
Wait, who else?
I assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
The big apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was. The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
Got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
The horror story is changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
Oh, wait, what?
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go team.
What the hell?
Anybody see one I like emotional stuff?
Who knows? If it's not one thing, it's the other.
I think they've got the Costco brothers locked up in there. I saw them go in.
This is the kind of case my ex hated. Don't let somebody kill me.
That's funny. Cases that might kill me were my ex's favorite.
The cult didn't trust Wake. Or is it Scratch? Wake isn't the first person the Dark Presence disguised itself as.
Research is actively ongoing. Oh, okay. So it wasn't started out with Thomas Zane. Then who did it start out as?
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
1900 hours, September 23. Response procedure initiated for immediate effect. Oh, they know that Alan
What
was
the
still
hell is a
missing.
para-utilitarian?
Dr. Hartman becoming a redacted have revealed that Alan Wake eliminated Barbara Jagger. Physical manifestation. Inserting the light switch into its chest and flicking the switch.
Think, Saga.
Well, that would be their psychology. There we go.
The Dark Presence is vulnerable against bright light.
We
At
knew
least that
that.
makes sense. The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent. I already took care of all this. Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps. I need to know what information I can still trust.
Oops, wrong one. Calm down. Oh, there we go. Alright, now let's go back.
I'm sorry about your brother, Elmo.
Yaakov was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect water in Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have. You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing, not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Oh.
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. For us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just named it half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
So, if that's the case, why did they come after Saga? That's not adding up.
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying. Ilmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
Then why did they come after you?
If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time. Wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual. No.
Wait, then it would be... What do you mean, no?
Doesn't look right.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna deal with the situation, Ilmo. But the town will need protection until we sort this out. I could use your help.
Right. Right. I'll round up the gang. Whoever's left. We won't let these fucking monsters hurt any more of our people. We'll do my brother proud.
Thank you, Ilmo.
Still doesn't make sense.
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. It definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do. So the Call of the Tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing's what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other. Too many versions of the truth.
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, oh, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story. We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Partners to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
Okay, profiling. I thought we got something. Excuse me.
I never did any of these things. It's like some bad soap opera version of my life. The clicker can fix this. But I can't use it without Wake.
Or can
Thor
you?
knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help. Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place.
Okay.
I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem. I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good. So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. I wouldn't know where to start. But I'm sold.
Okay. Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back. You sure you have it all figured out?
Ooh.
Not just yet. Give me a moment.
Okay, Anderson. You let me know when you're ready.
Wait, can I go back to Wake? Wait, can I freely explore then? Um... Told him I could order another piece, but he'd have to pay for it, and he got so mad, started screaming about leaving me a bad review. Like I care about reviews. Anyway, I took away his pie and told him babies shouldn't be eating sweets. He shouted a bit, then left. Some people. Cynthia's been acting up lately. Turning into you-know-what. Lots of you-know-what's popping up lately. I'll keep an eye on it. If things get out of hand, I can always get out the rifle. I'm sure Alan would appreciate keeping the place safe. Alan contacted me again today. There was a message from me hidden in the newspaper. He wanted to make sure I was ready for his arrival. Of course, what a silly thing to even ask. Of course I'm ready. Duh, Alan. Oh, and Norman got into the dried apricots at work again. I swear he'll have to fumigate the place. Some guy at the diner got mad. I brought him a piece of the cherry pie and demanded a free piece of apple, but he totally ordered cherry. When I pointed out that he already took 2 bites of the cherry and he said he thought it was apple, apple pie and cherry pie do not look the same. Okay, so that's clearly for, Rose.
won't open.
I really like the diner at night. It's so quiet and peaceful. Usually.
Um,
I'm still seeing spots from those lights. What the heck was that about?
Can anybody see inside? Are they still there?
Every
I'm
time
still
something
seeing spots
exciting
from those
happens in this
lights.
town,
What
I
the
miss it.
heck was that about?
Can anybody see inside? Are they still there?
okay, let's go over here. What? Okay, there is some spots that needs the bowl cutters. Really?
Another cult stash?
Overprivileged town hall folks complaining about poor TV reception, hopefully not due to the paint job. Took a photo with the giant moose statue in the park. Damn dogs keep digging up the flowers. Park's trash needs fresh coat paint. Tried painting the large tree in the park, but the weather was too hot. Cooled down. Okay. Okay, we need to pay attention to where they're at. Okay, so the flowers. TV reception. And then the gazebo. So flowers, TV, gazebo. What is each one? TV is up, up. Flowers is left, right. And gazebo is in. And left, right. There we go. Monsters live in the woods. Alright, let's go over this way.
After getting his hands on the FBC files, Ilmo Koskelen knew what he was up against. He masterminded the cult, his and Yako's army, to fight the fucked up horror lurking under the lake, and a plan to keep those feds in their bunker by the lake in the dark. Outsiders would only screw things up. The Koskelists sabotaged the FBC's monitoring station and rigged it to alert them when something was brewing at the lake. One time months later, when the alarm rang, they drove to the lake again, ready for a fight. But this time, they didn't find any monsters. Something else washed ashore. The light switch. They'd read how Wake had stopped Jagger with it in the stolen files. From that point on, whenever the cult caught someone taken over by the Shadow, they cut out the monster's heart, pushed the switch into the hole, and flicked it.
Oh, okay. There's something inside, too.
It's empty. There's nothing there, just darkness.
Okay.
It's empty. There's nothing there, just darkness.
I think you may be right. Might have been a mistake to come here. I don't think Marcy's coming back.
Fuck, Riley. This is so messed up.
I know. I'm sorry.
Wait, is it in here then?
mistake to come here. I don't think Marcy's coming back.
Fuck, Riley. This is so messed up.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault. We all knew what we were signing up for.
Okay.
Another call box.
Fear the dark, fear the woods. Okay, now... Um... What are all these? Tammy didn't want me to come, I can tell. Not like the trip is even helping. I thought getting out of the city would inspire me. But Bright Falls is a bunch of trees and empty storefronts. I need to find something. I'm tired of writing one-act plays how this shitty world is. I thought the scathing social commentary would make me feel like a real artist, but I don't know. It's not me. I want to write something weird, something really out there, something authentic, but what? Fuck this town. I don't even want to get into what happened last night. It's weird though, sitting in the hotel room, some pieces are starting to fall together. An idea for a new play, a space cult, burning down the galaxy in some misguided search for TBD. A lone man, an artist, wandering the stars until his destiny puts him straight into the cult's path. All black cast, a musical, a rock opera. Interesting. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Cauldron Lake, look into news and rumors, focus on 2010, cross-reference with old case files from NYC cult, similarities, commonalities, and methodology part of series, find out name of good coffee from diner. Alright. Oh, this is Saga's room. Are you about done?
I can't force it open.
Okay, we're just gonna leave you alone. Alright, and then we have...
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled, in vain. Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
Oh, that was too late.
Rose woke up from another dream from her idol. Another message. All through her morning routine, she was humming happily. So happily, she realized she was starting to forget what Alan had told her. Something about a hero who would come to save them all. And the hero... Rose frowned. This won't do, Rose Marigold. You know better than to forget. Something about knitwear. The hero liked it? Rose nodded, determined. She'd use the knitwork to guide the hero to the secret stashes she had hid in the forest to help them. Knitwear to mark the spot. Alan will love that, she thought. Now she only needed the knitwork. Rose thought hard. Mandy May was always knitting. Mandy May would help her.
Ah, so that's why she took that job.
Agent Young held his clipboard up to the light. The equipment was all accounted for. He ticked the boxes, satisfied. A noise on the other side of the back lot made him pause. He peered into the darkness. Nothing. Shrugging, he signed and dated the form. Estevez wanted everything ready, just in case. Young appreciated a cautious leader. Estevez had held it together even after the oldest house had gone dark. Young began to head inside. The local sheriff's station was a tight fit, but at least they had a coffee machine. Young felt optimistic. They even had the para-utilitarian in custody already. Another clatter behind him. Closer this time. He turned, hand on his holster. He called out to the darkness. This station has been seized by the Federal Bureau of Control. You're not authorized to be here. Suddenly, the lights flickered, went off. Young couldn't see a thing. Then from inside the station, the screams began.
Okay. Well, I need to find... There's the switch to reality, which means... Isn't there a coffee mug? I need coffee to save. There we go. Wait, I wonder if that's for the rifle, the 3-1. Okay, since we're nearing up on time, I guess what we'll do for the... because we're close to endgame, obviously, is we'll explore a little bit, get some more of the stashes opened up, see if we can't figure out anything with the manuscript pages, and then we'll go from there. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all, and 1K gang, let's go.